I'm not a philosopher or a prophet. These are the musings of a common man. Just some guy's take on how the world works. I'm not really sure why I'm writing all this down. Maybe a way for me to better understand myself. Maybe it's my way of evaluating my life. Maybe I'm just bored. But I do know this. Sometimes the simplest statements can convey the deepest truths. These are simply the random thoughts of an older man. I was born in 1954. I remember Eisenhower. I thought that when the 60s arrived, that cars would fly. I guess all those fins back then didn't mean anything. I saw JFK sworn in. In the middle of a July night, I watched the first man walk on the moon on TV with my dad. I was taught to hide under my desk at school if Russian bombs were coming. I watched Dan Rather stand in rice paddies in Vietnam on CBS while I ate dinner with my parents every night for years. TVs with rabbit ears, trolley cars, S&H green stamps, chocolate Metrocal, hullabaloo, shindig. That was the week that was. Laugh-in, combat. That has all shaped me. After living nearly 6 decades, these are things I ponder. Aside from time, what makes you old? Years? Wisdom? Failing body? Better judgment? Widow? Orphan? What? I don't know. A limited sense of myself as a man is the best hope of understanding what I am as a human being. I'm a parent. Am I a good one? I don't know. You'd have to ask my kids. Then again, maybe they don't know. But either way, I'm sure they have an opinion. I wish time would stop so I could catch up. For at least one moment in your life, truly believe you can change the world. But worlds cannot be changed, only engaged. But engagement brings challenge. What's the difference between a genius and a fool? Good timing. How do you define love? An emotion? A way of life? An act of the will? It has caused wars, ruined nations, built empires. How do we explain the most powerful emotion there is? Maybe we can't. But it's essential to life, and trust is its fabric. There are moments in life when you feel like you've lost it all. Lost focus, lost purpose, lost love. What do you do then? How do you get it back? Every man is many men before he dies. Sometimes we live too deeply in our own imaginations. I find myself falling prey to that more often than I should. A man's hands show what he does. A man's eyes show who he is. One day, someday, I'll be gone. And when that happens, someone will go through all my things. They'll find photos and wonder who some of the people are. They'll rifle through my papers and forms and books and manuscripts. If I'm lucky, they'll grab a handful of my memories to keep before they toss it all away. I'm told that there are secrets that people carry to their grave. I have no such secrets, but if I did, I would have no idea how to suppress them for that long. Everyone has at least one moment in life when they look in the mirror and for a split second don't recognize the person staring back at them. We think to ourselves, where is that idealistic 18-year-old kid? The thing is that you don't feel any different now than you did then. You're no less idealistic, but you are so much less younger. Control of your life is an illusion. You can't control it. You can only guide it to stay on the path, whatever path God has chosen for it. In the night, secrets are created and fears are reinforced. It's the formula for paranoia. We live in someone else's future as we create our own past. As we grow older, we start to think too much. But the worst thing of all is when we don't keep our thoughts to ourselves. Surprise is the culmination of a series of events that can have only one outcome. How do you define the impossible? Something that cannot be done, something that cannot be imagined, or something that cannot be perceived? I have trouble sleeping. Only recently I've been able to go a whole night without waking up at 3 a.m. and wondering what will become of me or someone else. The measure of a man can't be measured in a realistic way. Foreign languages are only foreign to foreigners. Being clever is simply a matter of responding to any given statement backwards. You can never definitely declare your place in the universe, but you can determine where that place is. There's no way to look back on your life or anyone else's with total clarity. What makes a king? Subjects or sense? What is faith and where do you place it? Time and space make a man think. Perhaps I think too much. But if you ask someone else, maybe I don't think enough. How do you face your greatest fear? And what happens when you do? Is there any realistic way to make it disappear for once and for all and bring closure? If not, then what? They say that God works in mysterious ways. If he's so mysterious, why did he have people write everything down? There are times when I'm afraid to die, and there are other times when I'm encouraged by the thought of my eternal reward. Is this the ultimate internal conflict? How do you handle regret? Not just something you shouldn't have said to someone or that time you got caught stealing candy, but real regret. The things that haunt you in the night, or when you're driving alone, or when you're writing down your thoughts in a book. This is not a set of rules to live by. It's not gospel. This is not a manifesto or a credo or a mission statement. It's not some kind of confession. I don't intend to publish it or pass it on for future generations. These are just the things I wanted to chronicle. I've written it all down and I'm done. It's time for me to get some sleep.